I'm just panhandling. I'm panhandling. Just trying to eke out a living. Nobody's giving me any money. I'm just panhandling. Do you know what panhandling means? It means like begging for money. You know, very often you see panhandlers kind of sitting on the side of the road with their hat, kind of hoping for some money. That's called panhandling. Panhandling. You know, I'm just trying to eke out a living. Just trying to eke out a living. Have you ever heard that before? To eke out a living means, you know, you're just trying to scrape a living. Scrape or eke out a living. It just means you're trying to make enough to survive. You know, you're trying to make enough money just to, I don't know, just to stay alive. Just buy some food every day and just pay your rent. Just trying to eke out a living, you know. That's all I'm doing. So you can see I don't have any money in my hat. People aren't very generous to panhandlers around here. Better move to a better spot. Find a better spot for panhandling to eke out a living. So that's what I'm trying to do today. There's a plane up there. Yeah, let me know. How do you eke out a living? Do you have to eke out a living, or are you rich? Rich people, they don't really have to eke out a living. Oh, there's a nice truck there. Bet that guy doesn't have to eke out a living. He's probably loaded. Loaded means rich. If someone's loaded, that means they've got a lot of money. For me, I'm not loaded. Yeah, so... But thankfully, I don't have to panhandle very often. In fact, today is the very first day I've done panhandling. Have you ever done panhandling? I guess in a way I am kind of like a panhandler. I have some links below my videos for people to buy me coffee or to send me some money every now and then. Sometimes people send me money on PayPal or you know, through my different links down there. So I guess you could say I'm a cyber panhandler. I'm an internet panhandler. How about you? Are you a panhandler? Ooh, look at this nice car here, guys. Doesn't that kind of look like a face with those lights like that? Man, that's a nice car. Bet that guy doesn't have to panhandle. Man, if I owned a car like that, no way I'd need to panhandle. Anyway, so those are some words for you guys today. Panhandling is like another word for begging, like for people on the side of the road with their hat. It's called panhandling. And to eke out a living just means to kind of like to try to make a living, right? If you make a living, that's like means make money, right? You got to make, people have to make money somehow, right? So, you know, let me know, how do you make money? How do you earn a living? How do you eke out a living? You know, if someone says, I'm just scraping by, I'm just scraping by, that means they're just making enough money to stay alive, right? Let's say you make $1,000 a month at your job and your rent costs you like $600 and food costs like $300, and you maybe have another $100 to spend on have another $100 to spend on like clothes or something, then you could say, I'm just scraping by. I'm just scraping by. Like here in Canada, the poverty line, I think, is I think when people talk about being under the poverty line, or people talk about, like, there's some loud traffic here on this road. Look at that nice sun there. Smash like for the sun. Isn't the sun beautiful? Getting a phone call, I think. think it's telemarketer. I don't know. I never answer my phone calls anyway, so. But anyway, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, the poverty line. So sometimes you might hear people talk about the poverty line. That means like, I think maybe the government sets kind of a bar. If you make below that, then you're considered low income, or you're considered like under the poverty line. So here in Canada, that would probably be like, I'm guessing maybe like around $18,000 a year. If a person makes less than $18,000 a year, people are going camping. Wish I could go camping with them. Oh, look at this camper here, guys. Baystar. Wow, these people mean business. Boy, these people eked out a good living for themselves. Look at that. Wonder how much that thing costs. Probably at least 100 grand, maybe 200 grand. I don't know. I've never even been in the market for something like that. Have you ever been in the market? In the market means you're kind of shopping around for something like that, you know? I've never been in the market for a camper, like an RV. An RV is like a camper that you can drive. So you could drive, it's like a small bus, right? So that thing is called an RV, a recreational vehicle. An RV. Do you have an RV? Boy, I wish I had an RV. Just driving the camper, you could stop anywhere and just take a nap or use the bathroom. Most of those RVs have like bathrooms, kitchens, living room. I don't know what, satellite internet. I have no idea. I've never been in, I don't even think I've been in an RV before. Have I ever been inside an RV? I don't think so. But yeah, so when people talk about the poverty line, you know, I think they're talking about, like, if you make minimum wage here in Canada, minimum wage varies province by province, but I would say it's about maybe 13 bucks an hour, 15 bucks an hour, something like that. So if you make like $13 an hour, what would that be? That would be, I don't know, probably like, it depends on how many hours you work, but like it might be around like $18,000 a year or something. So, you know, that would probably be considered low income, I think. Yeah, like here in Canada, an average middle kind of a medium income would probably be like maybe $50,000 a year or 60,000. I mean, these people are all probably really rich. These people probably make like over $100,000 a year. I don't know, or maybe they just inherited their houses. I don't know. How do rich people get rich? I have no idea. But anyway, so yeah, like sort of middle class families would probably make like $60,000 a year, if or 70 maybe if one parent is working. But if both parents are working, it's probably closer to 100 grand. 100 grand. Grand means 1,000. I would say that's low income, like kind of the lower echelons of society. Echelon, do you know what echelon means? It's like the lower rungs of society. Probably if they make like $20,000 a year, 20 to 30,000, that would be kind of in the lower echelons of society, the lower parts of society. But yeah, I mean, these people are all probably middle class around here, middle to upper class. You know, are you lower class or middle class or upper class? Doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, you are welcome here at Mad English TV. You are my favorite. I don't discriminate based on income levels, race, gender, species. What species are you? Ooh, look at that salmonberry, guys. Look at that. There's some nice salmonberry bushes here. Look at that. There's a bunch of these salmonberries. They're getting ripe. Look at that. Nice red salmonberries. These bird, I can hear a bird singing up in the trees there. Wow, isn't that awesome? I love birds. Now, they are the best species, right? Birds are the... What's your favorite species? Humans or birds? That's a tough one for me. I'll probably have to vote for birds. Birds or flowers? Aren't those a nice species? Yeah. The air is so fresh. It's a perfect evening right now. It's so gorgeous. Wish you guys could join me here on my walk. And yeah, you know, everybody's welcome here at Mad English TV. Doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, how much money you make, you are welcome here. So yeah, thank you for joining me in my videos. I'm so happy I don't have to panhandle for real. I don't know, would I make a good panhandler? I'd be a little bit awkward sitting on the side of the street, like, you know, begging for money. But I really appreciate all the people who have bought me coffees and, you know, sent me money on PayPal or whatever. Thank you so much. Look at these big trees, guys. Aren't these trees huge? Look at that root. Man, that is the sun poking out from behind the tree there. That is awesome. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, and these nice ferns. I mean, those are big trees. Look how like tall they are. Man, that is this is an awesome little forest here. How would you love to live in a place like that? Look at that. Their backyard is like right in the forest. Man, that's amazing. And look at this bridge. We found a bridge. That's what I love about BC, you know. This province is called British Columbia, BC for short. It's got these kind of areas, like, I mean, all over the place. The communities are kind of built, how do I describe it? Like, well, you've seen me walking right now, right? The paths sort of just go in around these kind of forest areas, and with birds and like trees and like little valleys, rivers, streams. Like, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Man, this is why people love BC, you know. Here in Canada, BC has a reputation for being probably the nicest province in Canada. You know, I think if you took a survey, I don't know, I mean, all the provinces on my trip across Canada, those were such amazing places, like the Great Lakes. You know, I remember thinking, man, that's just gorgeous. Or PEI was beautiful, man. But BC, I don't know, especially in this time of the year, like in the kind of spring, summer, BC is just the best. Like, it's just amazing. Like, just with this kind of forest, you know, it's so close to the ocean too. Like, from this point where I am now, the ocean, the Pacific Ocean, is maybe like, I don't know, 20 kilometers, like maybe 20 kilometers away. That's it. Yeah, probably like 20 or 30 kilometers that way, and you'll hit the Pacific Ocean. So, you know, that's why this area is like really green. It gets a lot of rain. You know, you can probably see right in the, with all the green, it's yeah, it's moist. The ground is always a little bit moist. You know, it rains a lot. It's I don't know, it's kind of more humid here. And Alberta's really dry, you know. Back in Alberta, where I'm from, that's a really dry province. It's always windy there. Windy and cold and dry. But BC's kind of like more full of nature and life, and yeah, it's just gorgeous. I mean, just look at these plants. Isn't that just amazing? Man, I just thoroughly love BC. Maybe one day I can buy a condo out in BC here. That would be awesome. So anyway, now I'm rambling. Haven't taught you any English for a while, but yeah, just wanted to teach you those words. Panhandling. It's kind of a strange word when you first hear it. because it doesn't sound like begging, you know? Like, think about the word panhandler. Panhandler. It almost sounds like more of like a cook, you know? Like handling a pan, like a baker or like a cook or something like that would, but no, a panhandler is a person who, like, that verb is panhandling, or the, you know, to panhandle means to like beg for money on the side of the road. So yeah, and then to eke out a living, that's a strange word. Ooh, there's some dogs. Better get off the path and make way for their and look at this. This is like a kind of a hollow tree stump. That's awesome. Oh, the dogs are going that way. Okay, so yeah, to eke out a living, another strange word. Isn't that strange? You know, it's not a, it's like a, it's like when you hear it, the word eke, it's like the sound that people make when they're maybe scared. Like eek. Like if you see a cartoon, right, and someone sees a spider, like one of the characters in the cartoon sees a spider, they might say eek, right? It's like a it's like a sound of surprise or shock, you know, fear. Eek. I think I'm losing my voice, so it's about time I wrap this up. To wrap something up means to end it, to conclude the video. So I'm gonna conclude this video, I'm gonna wrap it up, and well, that's it. Maybe I'll go take my panhandling to the other side of this valley here and see if I have any better luck on that side of the valley. So until next time, guys, take care and stay happy, stay safe. I love you so much, and I will see you over in the next episode of Mad English TV. Take care.